submit unto you. Thank you, Lord, because you've heard our prayers. For it is in the mighty name of Jesus Christ to do I pray, believing and trusting. Amen.
Okay, thank you so much, Shamim. Umetupeleka kwa baba. You've blessed the work that you are going to do today, and we really appreciate that. So without wasting much time, I can see our grand upline, our mentor, our top earner in our company, the president of our team. Is very, very ready in the meeting. So the question is, are you ready yourself? Are you ready yourself? So before I bring our upline, everybody take a screenshot. Kindly take a screenshot of this meeting. Take a screenshot. Don't just share it. Share it with the link of this meeting with a message, pale. Tell those who are not in the meeting to join the meeting. Tell those who are not planned to actually get started right now. And if you are listening to me as well, I want you to have a book, because our upline and mentor is going to share very powerful information that is going to help you take your business in the next level. Okay, so I want us to go to the chat inbox and type dominate 2026. I want us to go to the chat inbox and type dominate 2026, because that is what is going to inform our upline that we are all ready. Let's go and type in the chat inbox dominate 2026, because that's actually our theme. And we're here to dominate 2026. I can see guys are very, very ready in the chat inbox. So without much ado, Ambassador Moses, if you can get me, the stage is yours. Welcome so much, upline. Just share with us what we want to hear this 2026 that's going to help us take the business to the next level. Upline, do you get me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Welcome so much, upline. And everybody, let's go to pale kwa chat inbox to welcome upline with a lot of fires, so that he can take us through what he has prepared for us. And to you who is listening to me, upline Moses has very powerful information at the end. So don't be in a hurry to leave this meeting, because there is very, very good news that he's going to share with us. Welcome so much, upline.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Daktari, for the warm welcome. And good evening to everyone. If you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see my screen, I want you to go to the chat box and just type 111 3 times. Let me know if you guys are with me, if you guys are following. If my network is good, I'm trying to get in with a lot of devices so that I can monitor in real time what is going on. Good. So a majority can hear me. So thank you, Daktari, for the powerful introduction. And I also want to appreciate each and every of our member who is here. I can see we are already 263. Just a moment. We are already 263, and I want us to push the number even higher. Normally, I usually start when we are at 500 plus, so that means we have a deficit of almost 100 people to go. So for the very last time, take a screenshot, with the way it is, the poster there. Attach the link, share it in all the groups where you're part of, so that as many people as possible joining us. In the meantime, as we do that, January is already coming to an end. We're actually in the last week of January. And initially we had launched our 90-day game plans, all across the organization, all across the world. And I don't know how yours is taking you. Let me get some feedback in the chat box. How is your game plan, proceeding? How is it carrying on? How is your game plan doing? Let me see in the chat box. I want to hear your experiences. I can see Daisy is saying moto sana. Isaac fair. How is your game plan? Ni kubaya. Hii kubaya ni kubaya kuzuri, unajua. Kuna ile Otile Brown anasema ile vizuri vibaya ama vibaya vizuri, something like that, okay? Doing well, 3 chords are good. I'm glad to hear that. Fire. Someone is saying it's slow. Someone is saying it's tough. Si mbaya. Si mbaya inamaanisha nini? What do you mean? Use adjectives. You know, we went to school and we didn't know where we were going to apply some of these things. That's why school was equally as very, very important. You know, for your success, for you to be successful, there are certain things you must know. So majority of us are saying fair. The game plan is taking you fairly. But then I want you to know, guys, that you have all the power within you. If anything is not going the way you wanted, then you can easily, you know, change it. Just like we always say, there's that quote we love to share. And simply alter the direction of their lives, you know, simply. So if yours is fair, if yours is tough, I've seen someone say tough. I've seen someone saying Simba. Probably it is average for them. You can easily everything. I don't know if I can be heard. There are people who are calling me non-stop. Ronald, can I be heard?
Yes, upline, your network is very good.
Oh, okay. Probably it's another issue. All right. So as I was saying, you have all the power, you have all the capability to actually change the way your business is going. That's why I said this last week, you know, whatever goals you have not achieved, you can actually go ahead and, you know, achieve them this week. There's a law that says that if you have just a short period of time to do something, you'll actually squeeze it. You know, I remember when I was in school back then, you know, I joined while I was still a student. I could use most of my time to run my network marketing business. That means I was not in class almost all the time. I could attend only important classes and probably some lab work. But most of the time, majority of the time, I was in the office, you know, doing my business. And when the exam came, even those people who are always in, even those people who are always in class, you know, these guys were still making that formation. They wanted to sit around me, you know, so that they can copy. They can get something from me. So I was wondering, you know, how comes I was not even with you in class, yet you want to create a formation with me? And I noticed something that the moment the exam was coming close, I only had probably 1 week, 1 day to read for each and every paper. And that 1 day was always enough for me. Okay, and that law is called the Parkinson's law. Please go to the chat box and type Parkinson's law. Let me see if you guys also went to school a little bit. Parkinson's law. It says that if you have 1 week to, good, I can see many of you have gotten it. If you have 1 week to do something, you can actually do it. If you have 1 day to do something, you can do it. If you have 1 month to do the same thing, you can still do it. So whatever time frame you have, you know, try to make things work out for you within that small time frame. It is always possible. So as we get into the last week, guys, let's give it our best. Let's keep on pushing, and I want us to take lessons from January. Remember, next week on Monday, we won't do such kind of a call. I'll actually be doing a mega closing for the entire team. But I want you to gather lessons from January, so that when we get to February, you can actually do things in a much, much better way. You can actually get better results. You can hit your targets for sure. You know, you can get closer to the dreams, the big goals that we set for this year. So into my training of today, the topic is the hidden engine of network marketing success. If you're writing, I want you to write that, the hidden engine of network marketing success. And, for a very long time, these are questions that I've been getting, and probably every other time we may answer it in a different way. But with experience probably comes, new revelations. And recently, while I was just seated, I actually noticed something that I think has actually contributed so much to the success of the people you see at the very top. A lot of guys ask me, what was different? What were you guys doing differently, when you got started in network marketing, so that I can also do the same thing, get some good results. And that hidden engine, that is what today I want to talk about. And it is a topic that probably before we have never spent a lot of time, looking at. But today I really want us to dissect into it. So I'll start with a puzzle. And I want you guys to answer this puzzle honestly in your notebook and in the chat box. This is the puzzle. So listen and listen well. I can see we are approaching 400, which is okay. So I'm already starting the training. If your downline is not here, woe unto them. If your leader is not here, woe unto them. If your crossline is not here, woe unto them. Remind them for the very last time. So this is how the puzzle goes. Assuming you are given this task right now, and the task is this, that you need to exclude everyone who is already in the top 20. Listen and listen well. Exclude everyone who is already in the top 20 of Kenya, which means exclude Ambassador Kulen Maina, exclude myself, exclude Upline Francis, exclude Tom, exclude Joseph, Collins, all the way up to top 20, which is Derek Nsengimana, if I got it right. So exclude all these people. After excluding all these people, we want you to select one member of Alliance in Motion Global Kenya, and for the rest of your life and for the rest of their life, you will get paid 30% of the money that they are going to be making. Let me repeat. Excluding everyone who is already in the top 20. Select one member of Alliance in Motion Global, and for the rest of your life and for the rest of their lives, you will get paid 30% of their income. The question is, who will you choose? The person is not yet in the top 20. Who will you choose in the entire of Alliance in Motion Global? And the next question I want you to answer is why? Why did you choose that person? And I don't want you to share with me the names of the people you'll choose, but I want you to share with me the why. Why did you choose that person? First of all, choose that person. Choose it and write it on your notebook. Don't share on the chat box. And the next question I want you guys to answer is why? Why did you choose that person? Who will you choose and why? Let me see. For the rest of your life and for the rest of their lives, you'll get paid 30% of their income. Who will you choose and why? I can't see you guys in the chat box. I want to see those reasons, especially. Okay? So Coach Kelly is talking about work ethic. So you are sure this person will work hard and your 30% will be a lot of money. I believe that is the logic. Rose is saying determination and passion. Flavian, leadership skills. Isaac is saying myself. No, you can't choose yourself, Isaac. You follow instructions. Follow instructions. Fiona has mentioned the name. I said don't mention the name. I just want you to tell me the reason why you picked that person. I will choose him because of the commitment level, belief. Because okay, some of you, whatever you are writing are confusing me. She's your role model, okay? You are inspired by the work ethic, which means, again, they are going to put in the work, and you are assured of some good earnings in the long term. They are determined. I like the person that they are, okay? The person that they are, I like that answer. Mr. Sol is saying their consistency. Billionaire Mentor is saying their leadership and duplication. Again, you are sure they are going to build a big team, so you can reap something. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the hidden secret. That is the hidden secret that many of us, probably could be yearning for or looking for to take their business to the next level. And whatever you have done, maybe later on I'll allow you to write even more. Whatever you have written about this person, that is exactly the person that you need to become. Because the truth is, this kind of a scenario will not happen. There is no one who will probably slash 30% of their income. But if you can become that person, if you can mirror them, if you can use them as your role model, like someone said, and try to operate the same way they are operating, do things in the manner they are doing, you will achieve the same results that you foresee them actually getting in the long term. And that brings me to say that having looked at many of the answers, I want us to filter them, and I want us to arrive at the most important of them all, which is what I'm going to talk about. Now, in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 33, the scripture says, for the Muslims, this is a very good book for life lessons. So today I want you to just use it as a guide. Let me call it that, as a guide. Really, I'm not trying to convert anyone, and I'm not a pastor for that sake. I just want to deliver the message, straight home. So this verse says, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. And the reason why I put this verse here is because this one thing that I want to talk about today, if you get it right, if you get it 100%, everything else that you need in network marketing, they are going to be added unto you. Just like, the verse is saying, that seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all the other things will be given unto you. So in network marketing, based on my study, based on my analysis, if you actually get this one aspect that I'm going to talk about, everything else will be added unto you. The big money, the big team, the skills that probably you need to run your organization, the influence, all these other things, they'll be given unto you. But again, if you miss this, it does not matter how many books you read. It does not matter how many people you are going to recruit. If you miss this thing, if you miss this aspect of network marketing, trust me, you are not going to, really get to the very top. So what is it? What is it? I've seen many suggestions. Let's see. Number one, is it capital? The answer is no. Capital is very important. In fact, from where I sit, I always advise people to go for the maximum accounts, 31. Because if any top networker was to restart their business, I don't think they are going to open a Lateverse. They will definitely look for the money, even if they'll sell something, because they know what they are joining, they know what they are doing. Even if they'll sell that piece of land just to get 505,000 for the megaverse, I'm very sure they'll do it. If I was to restart again, definitely I'll do megaverse. But is that the secret that I was, looking forward to talk about today? No. In fact, I gave it a rating of 4 out of 10. So the amount of money you have right now really is not it. Number two, is it talent? Is it the ability to speak well? Is it charisma? Is it ability to associate, socialize, connect with guys? Is it your individual, personality and all that? Again, no. In fact, I gave talent and charisma 5 out of 10. So you may not be talented, but still, possess whatever I'm going to talk about and succeed widely in network marketing. Number three, is it social media? Is it social media? And the answer is no. It is not their social media presence that probably should be, captivating you. Social media, don't get me wrong, is very important because it is the one that connects the world today. So if you're very good at it, you can easily reach out to so many people. And it's a skill that we have to master. It has to be at our fingertips. So I gave social media 6 out of 10. Is it the compensation plan of the company? The answer is no. And I've seen people jump from here to there because of compensation plans. Somebody moves from one company to another, hoping that the grass is greener on the other side, okay? That if I go there, probably I'll actually make much more money because they pay more. And ladies and gentlemen, that is not true. I've seen worst compensation plans, but people are making, a lot of money from them. So that again is not it. I gave that 7 out of 10. Some would say the product, I gave that 8 out of 10 again. Some would say the skills. And skills will only cover 80%, of what success requires. And some will say mindset, which is very close, very close. And I saw a lot of you had that in the chat box, especially skills, the skills that the person possesses, the mindset that they have. And those are very important. Those are very crucial, for growth in network marketing. But ladies and gentlemen, for you to rise to the top, for you to build a very solid, strong organization that will make you millions and millions and millions of dollars, then the thing that you need to work on is what we call character. Please go to the chat box and type character. Character. I want to see over 500 messages saying character. And from my analysis, this is what drives everything. This is what drives everything in network marketing. I know people will have different arguments here and there, but if you lack the right character, then your chances of getting there are going to be very slim. So that is what I want us to look at today. Do you possess the character that, can get you to the level of success that probably you desire? We are already running game plans, and I'm seeing some of you are operating from, a point that I'm 100% sure as we speak, you are not going to make it because of the character flaws. Okay? There are certain aspects that you are not doing right. And those are the things I want to talk about today. We have equipped you before with skills. We have equipped you before with belief, positivity. You have the right mindset. We have given you knowledge on skills, different skills from prospecting all the way up to, promoting events. We have taught you about our products, about them, how to use everything, you can present, the compensation plan. Some of you are very good on social media. Some of you are super talented, you can recruit, you can do all these things. Some of you also have money, you have invested so much. But with all these things, if you're going to have serious character flaws, then trust me, it is all in vain. It is like you're actually pouring water in the ocean, The work you are doing is negligible. In the end, it will be like you did nothing. And we say skills will make you the money, but it is character that builds empires. And I'm going to give you practical examples in a short while, showing you, how the top earners got where they are and why. How they got there and why. So really, I want you to internalize the training. I don't just want you to enjoy. I always don't like people who just enjoy trainings. They just say, that was very powerful, but they don't get something from it. I want you to take something, even if it is just one lesson from this training that I'm going to do, that is going to impact your business. You see, in the book of Proverbs again, they say that a good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. And that strengthens the point that I've been saying. If you're going to have a good character, it will precede you, It will speak for you. It will introduce you in rooms. It will defend you. Sometimes you'll be accused, but, the people will say, no, I know that guy. He cannot do that. If it is so and so you are talking about, then no. It will protect you even when probably you are receiving certain kind of attack. So that is how important, character is. And for me, I think of network marketing success that if we can work on, especially this year, then you can actually crack the code of network marketing. So let's get started. So what is the real difference between winners and quitters? One, company is usually the same. Let's use the example of AGG. We have the same company. We have the same products. The coffee you use is the coffee that I also use. The complete you use is the complete I use. The compensation plan is the same. In fact, for some advantage than me, you still get paid 4,800. You see, some of us are already on 4,200. You'll understand that. For those who are still new, we probably get the same training. If we are doing the Monday call, it is the same. If we are doing general trainings, it is the same. The OPPs is the same. But what creates the difference? How comes, Mr. Meshach Saitabao is actually doing much better than the other person that they joined with at Trigger Towers in 2022 in January? What is creating the difference? Why is Meshach doing the way he's doing and the other one is not doing as well as probably Meshach is doing? Ladies and gentlemen, it is because different people have different character. And I'm not saying you probably adopt the character of someone. It may not be 100% humanly possible, but strive to become a better person. Strive to become even just 1% better every day. Try to just improve yourself a little bit day by day. So that in the end, at the end of 1 year, we can no longer recognize you. At the end of 1 year, we can say that the guy has changed, the guy is on the right path. We can use you as an example, we can give you certain responsibilities. You can be trusted with certain things. And I think if you have character flaws, if you have problems with your character, you'll even miss certain opportunities, as we are going to see in a short while. The chances you are supposed to get, they are going to give it to other people simply because, they know that this guy, he has a problem somewhere. And if we give him the chance, probably he's going to influence other people. And we have even seen it in government. Probably a government official engages in corruption, and even their children in school, they have problems. They go to school and the other children are saying, your dad is a thief. Your dad is corrupt. Your dad is this. And it is the same with our business. Sometimes your upline may even cause you problems. You probably want to participate and they say, this one is the downline of so and so. Avoid him. When you are seen with them, your upline cautions you. Avoid those people. Those people will teach you bad habits. So character has really contributed so much, to whatever is happening all across the organization. And if you study most of the top earners, their character, it may not be 100%, but it is somewhere close there. And I want us to look at different aspects very quickly. So in network marketing, who you are determines how far you go. So become that person who is going to, actually attract the kind of success or the big success that you're looking for. You see in the book of Luke 16:10, I think this is the parable of the talents. When the master finished everything and he was talking to the two servants that had done well, he told them, well done, good and faithful servant. Well done, good and faithful servant. When you look at those words, good and faithful, it actually describes, the character. That these ones were good and faithful, the other one was probably evil and very unfaithful. And that is why whatever little that they had, it was taken away from them. And this verse says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with very much. I want you to internalize that statement. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. And allow me to say, ladies and gentlemen, it is not me who blesses you. It is not Dr. Ed who chooses who will get what. It is God. It is nature. Nature is with us. It is watching you day and night. And sometimes we get one downline just as a test. God is trying to see if this one can get one downline, how are they going to work with them? How are they going to relate with them? Are they going to probably be at loggerheads? Is he going to abandon this one person? And if you abandon one, how is God going to give you 1,000? Imagine abandoning 1,000, what damage they are going to do online. So God is actually protecting our business. And I know there are people here who pray for the business every day. I personally do. And when I pray against the people who actually harm the business every day. That one I do every day. I tell God to root them out, remove them, make them quit, let them disappear from this business completely because of the kind of damage that they're already causing, to our business. So if you cannot be trusted with one, how is God going to trust you with 1,000, with 2,000? with 70,000 that we are talking about this year. You see, it is going to be a problem. And David was not the best of warriors. David in the Bible, King David, his brothers were actually better at war, you know. These guys were generals. They were great soldiers. But God looked at the way David was taking care of the sheep. You know, at one time the lion came to attack just one sheep, you know, and the gentleman fought with all his life. The lion would have even killed him, but he sacrificed just so that this sheep cannot be, you know, devoured by that lion. And that is what impressed God. That if if this guy can sacrifice this much, you know, yet he's only looking after sheep, what if he's made the king? You know, what if he's made to look after people, the whole of Israel? Probably would make the best leader. And that is how this guy was anointed and elevated, and, you know, all that happened. And it all starts with character. And you'll see people rising and rising and rising. Look at them, study them well. You'll realize there's something in them in terms of character, especially in what I'm about to talk about. So what is character? One, it is integrity in action. You cannot run this business and, you know, put a lot of shortcuts here and there. And I want to relate with my own experience. I personally remember when I joined this business, I don't even remember a day, you know, that we had a case of somebody has disappeared with someone's money. It was not even in the books, you know. It was not even one of the cases that the manager would receive, you know. We were more interested in doing our business, you know, getting people to make their payment in the right manner, you know, do the right thing. We get our end from the DTC on the other side. And I want you to imagine what would happen if Ambassador Kulen Minor, you know, I told him, sir, I'm coming to pay. Then he told me, today I'm not around, just send it to this pay bill. Then he gives me a pay bill for Stanbic Bank. Immediately I send the money, the guy disappears. You can imagine what would have happened many years later. Ambassador Minor would have lost an organization of over 50,000 people already. And it is still growing. Probably in a few years, it will be 1 million, you know, 3 million, 10 million. And you can see how, you know, a small miscalculation or a misstep in your actions can actually cost you a lot of money in the long run. And I've seen many of you, you have even recruited better than me, even if you log into your account. But because you are eating your own flock, you know, because you are you are destroying, you are building and destroying at the same time, it is the reason why you are not progressing. I'm very sure after 6 years, you know, there could be someone here who can do much better than me. You see, I joined this company in 2016 October. By 2018 I was top 3. Only 2 people were making more money than me at that time. Do you want to tell me that there are no people in this room that have the capacity to rise that fast? You know, people that can come and challenge, you know, the usual top 3 that we have been having for the longest time. Probably there is something that people are doing that is not right. Because normally we expect, you know, the competition to be very high. I've seen people like, there was this guy called John, though he was also caught up in some of these things. Within 1 year, the gentleman was top 5. Not even 1 year, 8 months. Within 8 months, he joined and he became top 5. So the first part of first aspect of character is integrity in action. So put it at the back of your mind or in your notes. Number 2 is consistency over time. What is consistency? Doing the exact same thing every day, whether you feel like it or not. day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. Today, I've seen people that, they cannot be consistent even for 1 month, just 1 month. Yet we want to be top earners, yet we want to be very successful. It is near impossible. Near impossible. Because the people you are competing, they are very consistent. And I'll give you guys an assignment. We have people that have done well in different careers. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, look at Lionel Messi, look at Floyd Mayweather, look at this guy. He's called what? The basketball guy. What is his name? The one who fell in an aeroplane. There's Jordan. Okay, I can see Jordan, LeBron, yeah. So you know some of these names, some of the big athletes, Kina Tiger Woods, Serena Williams. I want you to go and check what kind of consistency got these people there. What kind of consistency got these people there? Later on, I'll give you examples from our business. I think I was looking for Kobe Bryant. That is the name. Watch those videos. And in fact, when you wake up in the morning, nowadays I see people that are mentally very weak. When you wake up at 4 a.m., I know it is not very sweet. Probably your siblings are asleep if you live with people. Or maybe you have woken up, your husband is enjoying sleep seriously. Snoring there, enjoying. You've woken up, you're already on Facebook, doing your prospecting here and there. You're already planning, setting goals. Some of these things are not very easy to do or pleasant. Therefore, you must also have mental toughness. Listen to some of these guys. Watch their documentaries. We're blessed to have Eliud Kipchoge here, one of our very own. Listen to their documentaries. You'll understand the kind of character that is needed to actually get to the top. The consistency is crazy. The consistency is crazy. Even on the days you don't feel like, the days that it is raining, the days that things are not going your way, you still need to show up. And that is character. Number 3, responsibility without excuses. A lot of us today have many, many excuses. Many excuses. A ton of them, Explaining left, right, and center. The world does not need your explanation. The world needs you to take action. If you are told do this, do it. And I always like giving the example of the drug dealers. If these guys tell you to do something and you are still explaining, you would be gone to the place we call Sayun. I don't know if you guys know Sayun. You'll be seeing yourself in front of the judgment. You'll be told you either go to hell or heaven. You choose one side. Actually, you don't choose. You'll be told you go this way. If you see Saddam Hussein, you know you are in the wrong place. Drug dealers don't take excuses. And it is the same with network. If you really want to succeed, then you must be a person without excuses. And the rule was always simple, even for us when we were growing. It was yes, upline. And I think in the previous trainings, we've talked about them. If you're given a chance to train, the answer is yes. You are sent to do something, go do it. What work do you have, arguing, while you can actually go and do those things and grow, become trustworthy, become more trusted. And I think this is also very important even in the corporate world, responsibility without excuses. You'll find 2 people have the same degree from the same university, same year, same grade, maybe first class honors, They get the job at the same time, but one rises faster than the other. After 5, 10 years, one is paid 5 times, 10 times more than the other person. Why? Probably one, when he's given work to do, he comes with a lot of excuses. You see, we went to the field, but it started to rain, so we had to take shelter, and explaining a lot of things. Yet the top people or the top management there, they need results, you know. You need to come back and tell them that despite this is what we did. We never met our target, but this is what we got. And we are going to do this tomorrow and tomorrow to cover up for what happened today. And that is what is being looked at in promotions. In our business, there's also promotion, you know. Every year we rank. You'll find the people who are more responsible, they'll be going higher and higher and higher. So be responsible without excuses. Then the last aspect of character is discipline without supervision. Today, I've seen people who cannot work without supervision, and that is why I still discourage full-timers who work from home fully. You want to work fully from home. You need some form of accountability. You need some form of accountability because naturally, all of us are lazy by nature. But if we can have some form of accountability, if you can have friends, you know, people that are looking after you, then you can actually do much better. So discipline is another aspect, very important, that probably we look at keenly. So people don't duplicate words, they duplicate behavior. So some of these things, you know, we take them very lightly, but the way you probably falter in doing them or do them in the wrong way, that is exactly what your team, you know, your downlines are collecting each and every day. You have integrity issues, that is what they are picking. You know, you are inconsistent, that is what your team is looking up to. You know, you are not responsible. You get a chance to do something, you give excuses. You know, that is the day that you are sick. That is the day that probably one of your relatives, you know, is being buried. Some of you bury a lot. I wonder how many relatives you have. You give someone a chance, you know, 3 times a year, every time is in a burial. Hey, how comes, you know? Why is it that it is only your place where these guys are dying? They are running away from responsibility. Okay? And if I go back and I look at my leaders, you know, the kind of example that I got personally joining network marketing, it was crazy. It was crazy. I've told you it was not an issue. In fact, if you are found, they would report you without even thinking twice. Without even thinking twice. Those were my leaders. So, you know, we were operating knowing this one is a no-go zone. We are not going to go there. Number 2, when it comes to consistency, you know, probably you could be lazy, you could be new, but when you see the way Andrew is doing his presentation, every day, 3 times a day, with his circle book, and he has all manner of pens, you know, blue, black, green, and red. If he's drawing the circles in black, then the arrows are drawn in green, and the money is drawn in red so that you see it clearly. 4,800. He wants you to see it clearly. And the things were big, you know. The guy was consistent. I come to the office, probably I'm beating my chest today, I'm the first. I find Andrew is already cleaning the office, you know. I arrive and, you know, I take the room from him. Leader, let me continue from there, you know. The guy was responsible. When it came to rent, we never wanted to hear any form of excuse. If you are going to borrow from your family members, you go borrow and bring money for rent. Because this is Nairobi. How are you going to run your business without, you know, paying some of these things? Even a hotel, if you go into a hotel and sit there, you are not eating, they'll tell you, sir, this is not a place for idlers. Please leave. You have to order some tea or something, some snack, so that they allow you to sit there. You cannot just go and sit there for free. So we don't expect our offices as well to be free. Whether you are 1 day or 2 days, it is never free. Somebody has to pay for it. And those are the kind of, coaching that I received, from above. Discipline without supervision. There was no one to supervise you. In fact, I remember they told me, I've told you this story before. I brought Geoffrey Okumu. That was my first downline. So the same day I joined, I bring Geoffrey and I go to Andrew. Andrew is very busy. I go to Kulen, he's very busy. I go to Francis, he's very busy. And I'm waiting here, 20 minutes is going, these guys are not finishing. So I decide, let me do the presentation myself. Whatever I learned yesterday, let me show this guy. And the guy understood and joined. A few weeks later, I was already doing everything on my own, everything. I'm not saying that is how you should do it with your downlines, but for me, that worked so well. The moment I was given the power, I took it completely and, I took my business to the next level. And ladies and gentlemen, we have to set the bar in terms of character. So that the people who are coming after us, they can actually have the best examples to copy and duplicate. James 1:22, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Do what it says. Do what the word says. If character demands integrity, consistency, responsibility, discipline, do what it says. And in MLM, this is very important. One, because you have no boss. No one is going to be watching you. So character will replace supervision. Character will replace supervision. In your jobs, you have bosses, you have supervisors, guys who check on you. They have to check every day. How many have you done? How many transactions? How many clients did you talk to? Probably here we may not have that, luxury, simply because, everyone invested their money, you are your own boss. But this is what I'll advise you to do. Despite you being your own boss, I want you to submit. Submit to an authority, maybe an upline. Let them hold you accountable. And it is you submitting to them, not the other way around. I cannot be chasing you around. You are the one to tell me, upline, help me here. Help me here. Number 2, leadership is earned, not assigned. That is why character is going to be very important here, because the character you'll carry is going to determine whether you'll be promoted, to certain leadership positions or not. There are people who even make a lot of money, but when it comes to ranking, you even doubt if you should give them the position. Their character is so bad that you feel they are going to portray a bad image of, what we guys are. And number 3, duplication depends on example. As I've said earlier in the previous slide, the character you are going to carry is going to duplicate into your team. So if you have a bad character, expect your team to be, a very useless team. You'll be the first person to cry about them. You'll be the first person to complain about your team because they are going to copy you exactly. Our business spreads through relationships. So if you're going to have a good character, there are some prospects that will come to you just because people talked good about you. Do you know there are people who just stop doing our business, not in a bad way, but when they go outside there, they still, recommend guys. If someone is interested in network marketing, talk to this one. Talk to so and so. Take this number. This guy will really help you. And for some of us, again, part of our network has come from this. the good relationships or the good character that has been there before. Again, reputation moves faster than advertising. You may do the adverts and all that, but if you have a good reputation, a good character, people can come to your page and the comments are good. Even the other guys who will come, they'll believe in you, firsthand. The moment they see what other guys are saying, you are good to go. Now, trust opens villages, towns, and cities. It will help you to expand your network all over. But if you destroy, the person who joined in Kericho, who was supposed to become, the upline of 1,000 people in Kericho, you are going to lose the person. You are going to lose the 1,000 because of one person that, mistrusted you. So really work on your character. It brings in a lot, it determines a lot. And as Proverbs 11:3 says, the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. The unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Now, there are some of you who are very, you think you are very smart, yet you are not. You think you are very smart. In fact, I've met many of you. And sometimes the way we have been taught before, sometimes you know that the person is lying, but you just smile. You smile because they think they are lying to you, yet, God is very aware, what this guy is doing that is not right. So if you're that person who is having, double, you are two-faced, you are pretending in front of people, but deep down, you are carrying out very serious activities that are against, principles of good character, then your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. It is just a matter of time. They'll catch up with you. So skills, as we said, are very important, but it is character that will keep you up there. In fact, they say skills will open the door, but it is the character that will keep the door open. Your skills will get you to top 8. Your skills will get you to top 1, but it is the character that will keep you there. I want you to understand that. The skills will get you to millionaire circle. I don't know if you've seen this. People have hit millionaire circle and they are no longer making those millions anymore. Why? Why? I know you'll give many explanations. It is character. There is no other explanation. It is character. And I'm going to dissect each and every one of them in a short while. Be very keen as we do that. So skills can be taught. Character must be developed. Every day strive to, become a person of better character. Skills create income, but character creates organizations. Skills bring short-term results like millionaire circle, top 8, top 20. But it is character that brings long-term stability. I expect once you become a millionaire circle member, every year you should be making 2 million plus. And those of you who are millionaire circle, I want you to listen and listen well. They say the hardest part of our business is hitting 1 million. But once you hit 1 million, it should be easy to repeat. It should be easy to repeat. So if it is not easy to repeat, it means there are certain question marks somewhere, and we are going to see where are these question marks in a short while. So if we want long-term stability, again, it is the character that will get us there. Skills open doors, character keeps them open. So my question to you is, how many people have you sponsored so far? Please go to the chat box and type, how many people have you sponsored in this business so far? How many people have you sponsored in this business so far? Victor is saying 8. 5. 143. Wow. 00. Okay, I guess you joined today. Please, Abubakar, make sure that 00 is not 00 again very soon, maybe tomorrow. At least have a number. 7, 1 in progress, 4. And by the way, you know, the pressure or the standards you give yourself will also determine how far you go. The results you get are not controlled by your upline, the company, maybe not even the system. It is majorly controlled by you. That's why we always say during our welcome call, your success and failure will be determined not by me, the company, or any other thing, but you. You are the biggest determinant. So these small numbers I'm seeing, I know you can easily change them. Demand more. You know, go out and get the numbers. Ngine ameandika 0001, okay? So that it has more digits. So how many people have you sponsored and where are they? That is the question. The real question was not how many, but where are they? And if you start examining where these people are, you'll notice each and every one of us in one way or the other. Probably our character contributed in one way or the other to their quitting, as Atong says there, or giving up. If it is not our character, then it was their character. Okay? It is two-way, either yours or theirs. Either yours or theirs. So take note. And if we can solve the character issue in network marketing, as Eric Warren says, we may actually solve the retention problem as well to a very good percentage. So the people that have, you know, joined your team and quit in one way or the other, I want you to, you know, question yourself. I want you to ask yourself, where might you have probably faltered as a person? Or where might they have faltered as a person, so that you create systems that will prevent those things from repeating themselves. So there are 7 pillars very quickly here. I'll now be very quick. So listen more and take screenshots so that you write notes later. I've already done the foundation, and I believe by now we guys are on the same page. So number 1 is integrity. Number 2 is consistency. Number 3 is responsibility. Number 4 is humility and coachability. Very, very important. This one. This one. Number 4, humility and coachability. Very, very important. And I'll talk about it when I get there. Discipline, I've also touched on that. Service mindset, another character that really has contributed to so much, you know, success in so many people. Then lastly is emotional maturity. Trust me, everyone who quit your team, one of these issues may have affected them. As I said, no one is perfect, including me. All of us could have 1 or 2 or 3 character flaws. The aim of this training was not to probably crucify, you know, some of you. The aim of this training was not to probably paint certain people in a bad picture. No. The aim of this training is so that you open your eyes, you know, wherever you are going wrong, you can correct it, so that when we get to the end of 2026, you can tell me upline, because I worked on my character, this is the team I'm now building. You know, sometimes we even get so sad. You know, I've seen people, you find the guy is seated at Caxton, is so sad, is alone. And I think there's nothing as bad as that. That you've done the business for many, many years and you sit somewhere and find yourself alone. Yet you see other people, they call a meeting, you know, the meeting is full. They call for a team building, guys are happy, they are playing, you know, they're enjoying, they're eating pizza. But you come to Caxton, you know, you are seated in your corner on your plastic chair. and you are alone after many, many years. And, if you don't do something about it, the same thing will repeat itself. Whether you are here 10 years, 20 years, you'll still be alone. Okay? So you have to work on some of these things. You'll attract people to you. People are going to join. You may even use other people's testimonies, videos, all these things, all these tools that we have. But once those people join, they are now relying on your character. I don't know if you guys are getting me. It will be so bad when they join and they find out, this guy is a thief. I cannot work with a thief. They join and they realize, the guy is so proud, The guy cannot even respect those who are older than him. Then they realize he's not a proper human being. Probably this is someone we cannot work with. Then you see, you wonder, you'll always hear them asking, upline, I recruit. After some time, they just disappear. The problem is here. You see, these 7 things I've mentioned, this is where the real issue is. This is where the real issue is. If you can solve these things, and as I told you, most of the top earners who have been there for a long time, many of them have tried to work on these things, and they may not be 100% perfect, but at least many of them are 70 to 80%. So let's go through them quickly. Integrity. I call it the foundation stone. It is where everything starts. It is where all success is built. Without integrity, nothing is going to last. It is the foundation. So we must give our prospects honest income expectations. I'll rush through them because you know some of these things. Don't lie about what to expect. You see, I've seen some of you guys, you even edit a DTC, telling someone that he already has money. He has 200,000. So you just finish, then you withdraw your 200,000. Come on. That person has already quit immediately. Even before you encode them, they have already quit. They have already quit. They are not going to stay. Truthful product claims. Don't say what your product cannot do. These are supplements. They're supposed to supplement, whatever medication the doctor prescribes. I don't know if you've attended Dr. Bush training. It is actually true that people have been cured. It is actually true that people have gotten better. Okay, just a minute. I think my slide is okay now. People have gotten better, and as you promote your products, make sure that whatever testimony, whatever claims you make, they are very truthful. In fact, in the US, they are very keen on some of these things. Number 3, ethical recruiting. Recruit in the right way. Recruit in the right way. You all know the wrong ways of recruiting. Some are inviting for jobs so that they convince these guys later, turn into business. No. You'll recruit them, but still, these are guys that don't stay. So do it in the right way, the right manner of doing it. Have a clean money mindset. If the money is not yours, don't touch it. Clean money. I only want clean money. I don't want someone else's money. I want you to imagine you have so much cases that you are at Caxton, but you are you are worried. Maybe the police can come for you anytime. Maybe you have a few downlines who have threatened you. I will arrest you. So you are doing OPP, but one eye is on the circle book, one eye is looking at the door. Maybe today is the day. You are like the drug dealers. When I watch their movies, despite making so much money, they usually have somewhere, usually on top. Their houses are usually on the hill. So when they are relaxing, they sit on a high ground, and the ground is facing the gate. and you ask them why is it facing the gate? They're always looking out because they know one day the government will come. One day the DEA of the US is going to arrive. And when they arrive, they will take you. It is the same with our business. You need to be at peace. When you are at Caxton, I'm clean. If you are called by Hamza, you don't start, panicking because probably I ask you, let's meet tomorrow at Hamza. Upline, who is the prospect? Which case is that? If you know you are clean, you just say, okay, Upline, let's meet tomorrow. Let's meet because there is nothing touching on you. But the moment you hear we meet at manager's office and you are worried, there's a problem. Clean money mindset. No shortcuts. Avoid shortcuts by all means. Because shortcuts are usually long cuts. Okay? Honesty in your dealings. Making sure that you are transparent, especially with money. Especially with money. And this is why we actually advise, don't even borrow and lend money within the team, because it is one of the things that is already spoiling a lot of relationships. You love your downlines, but really lending out money, and it is going to cause a lot of chaos, Honest, because many people are not honest. They already have integrity issues. They'll say, I'm bringing on Wednesday. It reaches Wednesday, a lot of stories here and there. It starts to strain relationships and all that. So we don't want such kind of issues, But if you are the one in that scenario, please try to be honest. If you say this, if things don't work out, come with an explanation. Okay? That is still part of honesty. Okay, probably you bought products, someone stole them, the package, before you delivered. Why start, lying that, the customer service is yet to release. I lost my ID, so they're asking me to produce ID before I can get the product. Why not just be honest, tell the downline, I took the product to the office and someone stole it. Give me 1 week, I raise some money, I add an account, and give you my package. Because the truth will always come out at one point. So always be honest. It is better to say the truth. The downlines will really appreciate, or the other team members will appreciate, than lying. Then they find out, he was lying. So he was lying. You mean upline, you are lying all this time? They won't tell you, but they have it within them. Then we have what we call reliability. Can you be counted upon? Can the team say, if you leave that to Mr. Sami Gadaya, then we know there is nothing that can go wrong. Can your team trust you? Some of you, even your downlines, don't trust you. When they have OPP or one-on-one or closing, they'd rather look for another person because, you cannot be trusted. And trust compounds faster than money. That's why we said a good name is better than all riches. So by all means, try to maintain trust within your team. Try not to break it. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Will be found out. You see, I'm quoting scriptures. I'm quoting Bible verses, guys. And this Bible is one of the books that I think all of us should read, not just so that you go to heaven one day. Just read it, even for fun. Especially books like Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. These are books that were written by the wisest people on the planet, to ever live. Some of the richest people, the riches we are looking for, these guys had already, gotten them. So they wrote a few things on how they got there. And King David says, whoever walks in integrity walks securely. He cannot be shaken. But whoever takes crooked paths, you are recruiting wrongly, dirty money here and there, a lot of shortcuts, lying to your team, you are unreliable, it will catch up with you one day. It will catch up with you for sure. And one person that personally I really admire his integrity is our top one in Africa. That is Ambassador Michael Okoli. So this gentleman, one time I was listening to his training. Listen and listen well. And he was saying, one time he went to the bank where I used to work. So one of his colleagues tells him, Mike, I've been looking for you for a long time. I want to join your business. I've seen how you guys are doing very well. I must join that business. So the guy counts the money because he's in the bank. He'll just withdraw from his account. So he counts the money, Digiverse account, and slides it under the, the glass, ile glass inakwanga pale bank. So Mike picks the money and he tells him that, okay, before I register you, I first of all want to sit down with you for 2 hours, so that I show you what the business really entails, what really you will be doing before we commit fully. So the guy says, there's no problem, you just go and register me. Today I'm quite busy. I don't see myself getting time, but you just register me. You just register me. Even if you get some few downlines, put below me. How many of you would have encoded that person? In fact, you would have not even asked, what time can we meet so that I first of all show you. Many of you will take the money and disappear to Caxton immediately. You want to encode this person very quickly, quick, fast, as we always say, instant. And after encoding, you will not be reachable. The person cannot get you for especially a Digiverse, 40,000 plus another 33,600. God forbid you have 3 accounts. You match 3 times. I mean, you have many accounts. You match 3 times. So 33,600 times 3 plus 40,000. We are talking about close to 150,000. I know someone who will be gone, He'll probably be in Watamu. He will only remember the guy joined with Digiverse when the money is almost finished. So the guy told the person in the bank that if you cannot get time, if you cannot get 2 hours today after work, then I cannot register you in my team. I cannot. So the guy said, come on, Mike, you have the money. Go and register me. I'll find time. I'll find time. And the guy, the top one Nigeria and top one Africa, he says that he took the money and he put it back. The same way he was given the money for Digiverse, he took the money and put it back. And he told the guy that the day that you are ready to meet me, so that I explain the business first, that is the day that I will register you. That is the day I will register you. And he says many times he has actually declined to sign up people, knowing very well that probably I may not support them at this point. That is the level of integrity that this guy, and that explains why, he has built a team of over 800,000 people. I want you to see this video. I want you to look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. In fact, the venue overflew. I mean, was too full that the people could not even fit. And such kind of organization cannot be built based on lies, based on dishonesty, based on inconsistency. The guys are happy. You can see the team is happy. These are mothers, these are fathers. Some of them are even grandparents, you know. But they still buy into the vision. Look at that. Can you see the numbers? Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands showed up. And the venue was too small. In fact, he had to address them. Ask them to please go home. There'll be another session. You see how God bless you and your things are straightforward.
People asking what is going on, what is happening, what is the Down Project? The Down Project is God's answer to the problems of the nation. This is the point and you will do it.
That is it. Now, some of you are asking, why can't I have a team like this? Why can't God bless me like this person? Doesn't God know that I also want to drive a GLE? Doesn't God know that I also need, a mansion, a mega mansion? Doesn't God need this and that and that? You must first of all pass the integrity test. Because we said earlier that whoever can be trusted with a little can actually be trusted with so much. So the guy has proven that he could actually be trusted with a small number. That's why his organization has overflown. Number two, consistency. That is character in motion very quickly. Daily activity beats motivation. Many of us, we don't do the business daily. That is the whole truth. You do the business when you are excited. And that is where the problem started. You do the business when you are happy, you are excited, you have come from such trainings, the day you make money, you are very excited. In fact, you'll be the top closer. But on the days that things are dry, we don't see you, you are at home, you are very negative, you are now abusing leaders, not talk to you and all that. Be consistent in your character. Day-to-day basis. Number two, you need to follow up even though you are tired. I mean, do the daily activities, no matter how you feel. Show up even when the results are slow or they delay, plant your seeds patiently. Do many presentations, many presentations. Build daily habits, and you talk about habits. I want you to start from the time you wake up. And I think this is something I learned many years ago, has really helped me in my life. The day does not start in the morning. The day starts right now. I mean, before you sleep. Like once you are done with this meeting, what next? Some of us will watch football, some of us movies, some of us sleep, some of us work, One everything, before you please write a list of the goals you have tomorrow, or what some people will call a to-do list, just a to-do list. These are the things I'll do tomorrow. If I do them tomorrow, I'm accomplished. Once you write the list, if you go to bed, your subconscious mind is going to start working on that list. Okay? Your subconscious mind is going to start working on that list at night. So even waking up, you may not need an alarm. That is the funny part. That God may even wake you up on his own, okay? Without needing an alarm. And when you get to town or you get to wherever you are, things are going to be flowing because your subconscious mind had already, worked on some of these things at night when you are asleep. So you say, I'm collecting 50 contacts, I'm doing 6 presentations, I'm meeting my team, I have this meeting for the office, I have this training, this personal development, this book. Write all those things. Then every day go work on them, then go back home. Repeat the same thing in the evening, approach the next day, do the same thing. Day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. Before you know it, in 1 year you are somewhere. The other part of consistency is focus. Many of you have lost it because you are everywhere. You are here. You want to listen to all manner of podcasts. And some of these podcasts can even lead you so much. Someone would even tell you how, selling eggs in the streets of Nairobi can make you a millionaire. So the guy is debating, should I invite or open my egg business? Before you know it, the podcast guy has convinced you are now selling eggs. You've lost your focus. So don't just listen to everything. If you have to listen to podcasts, listen to network marketing podcasts. Focus. The moment you start consuming all manner of garbage, now you are confused. You start losing, your belief, your faith. Yet the business is working wonders for many, many people here. Stay loyal, I've never seen anyone who, got to the very top in 1 year. Even me, myself, if I quit in 2017, you would have not even known that I existed. Maybe even my first car I would have not seen by 1 year. I mean, less than 1 year. So stay loyal for the longest time. Stay loyal for the longest time. The grass is greener where it is watered. Water your grass. Bwana, you'll go somewhere and find the grass was artificial. However much water you pour, the grass cannot get better. It maintains, the color that is there, and it will maintain for the longest time. They say consistency beats intensity. Really, I'm not an advocate of doing so much, but I'm an advocate of doing a given amount of work every day. So you are the one to determine. Of course, there are some of us who can do, you can collect 100, 200 contacts a day, which is okay. While some of us may not be able to do that, but you can do 10, maybe 20. Focus on what you can do and do it every day. Every day. If you're a part-timer, you're working in the Gulf, you're employed, just determine your 4 hours a day. Every day show up for those 4 hours. 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. In 1 year, you cannot be the same. That is what character does to you. Galatians 6:9, let us not become weary in doing good. For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And it is not you to determine. You want the Mercedes Benz, I know. Even God knows that the rain is really beating you, when you are in the line at archives. But the Mercedes Benz will not come when you want. It comes at the right time. Can you manage the fuel? Okay. Can you manage the stress that may come with probably the mechanical issues of the BMW Fiona? That is the real question. So it will come at the right time, not the time that you want. The guy cannot even pay rent. How is he going to manage a car? I'm driving my Range Rover, I'm on Thika Road enjoying my music and I hear the sound, boom, boom, You know what that means. Then it tells you fuel low. When it says fuel low, there is no negotiation. It means as soon as I get to town, I have to get to Total or Shell, and 16,000 is gone. So the question is, if that was you, if that was you, will you manage, Let's say it gives you a certain warning, something happens. Can you actually manage, or it will kill you? So it will happen at the right time. Just do your work, be consistent, be consistent. Some of the things we want, it is God who will bring them at the right time. But your consistency will get you there. I believe you've met this lady online, Empress Palhan. This lady currently is the top one highest earner in the entire Philippines. For those of us who will travel, you'll meet her, probably you'll hear her story and all that. What strikes me the most is the kind of machine she drives. Which car is that? Which car is that? Lamborghini. Which Lamborghini? Is it Aventador or something? I think it's an Aventador, some of these things, even if you came from the village, Bwana Jos. Sometimes, watch the cartoons with the children, you'll hear names. Devo 16, I don't know. There's another one called Concierge, something. Very funny names, very nice cars. So the lady buys a Lamborghini and, the world was amazed. You mean a network marketer? Okay. You mean a network marketer from AGG can actually buy a Lamborghini? And the world was amazed. But if you look back in the days, the lady started our business in 2012. Which year are we in? 2026. How many years are those? 14 years. She was only 19 years old. At 19, she, struggled, got some level of success. At 20, some level. 21, some level. At 22, she actually became a global ambassador. Okay? And in the video I'm going to show you, I want you to look at progress. Progress. Please type the word progress. Some of you joined yesterday and, you're already saying, this Range Rover is not coming. I want to park next to Ambassador. Little do you know that Ambassador tried to get this Range Rover in 2019 after doing the business for 2 years. And he raised his hands and said, let me go back to work first. Not now. Let me re-strategize. I'll come for it again. There must be consistency, and there is also time involved. I know you want to drive the Lamborghini, but are you willing to be consistent for 14 years? I know you want to become top one. Are you willing to be consistent for 5 years? Because for you to be top one, you have to remove those who are there before you, and they are not playing. Okay? For you to buy that mansion, are you willing to do the business for 9, 10 years, Then you can live like a king or a queen with a parking lot of 5, 6 cars, a swimming pool, everything that is needed in a beautiful house. Are you willing to do that? So watch this video and focus on the progress.
In 1993, there was a pearl born in the beautiful island of Palawan. Living rich with a resort, yacht, a golf course, and luxury cars in the backyard of our mansion. We were one of the most prominent families back then. At the age of 3, my parents died and my life has never been the same again. Life twisted, left with hopes in my heart for a bright future and trust from above that everything has a purpose. Life was blurry until Angel came, a God-given opportunity. You know, negativity never came in. I am so positive, and I knew in my heart that this is it. This is really it. The answer to all my prayers. I started doing the business at 19. First car at 20, first million at 21, sports car at 22, global ambassador at 23 years old. I only live once, so I'll make sure it's worth every second.
I hope you took note of those, progress that she went through. 19, first car at 20, and you look at the first car, and some of you will say, me, I don't want that one. If it is that one, let it be. Progress over perfection. Yes, Joshua is saying it's a Nissan match. Progress over perfection. Because the car is not for you to probably, just display. It is to help you do your business. Okay? It is to help you do your business. And trust me, those who don't have cars, even if you are driving it's called Toyota 100, the old one, the KAX, those ones, they still give you your own respect. So there's progress. Let's start from somewhere and let's move. Let's be consistent. You see, the person who started with a Nissan March today is driving a Lambo. Okay? First million in 1 year, probably GA 4 years down the line, another sports car, you saw it along the way. She has been achieving consistently. And that is why she is where she is right now. So learn that as well, inculcate consistency within you. Let it be part of your character. Then number 3 is responsibility and accountability. What does this mean? Some of you are full of blames. Don't blame your uplines. If you don't have results, it is not upon them. It is you. And some of you are blaming economy. Kasongo. No. Kasongo is not a problem. There is no problem at all. Especially for you businessmen, there is no problem at all. Okay, some of us are blaming your teams. If only my downlines. Stop blaming your team. Go back and recruit. Set structures, set systems that are going to make your team become much, much better, because teams are managed on systems. Okay? Take ownership of leadership. Don't wait for someone to come and save you. Yes, ambassador is here. I know your masterminds are there. Your top uplines are there. But these guys are not coming to save you. I want you to know that. These guys are just doing their normal duties, their normal roles, in line with whatever goals, visions, and ambitions that they have as well. But whatever goals you have individually, you are the one who knows them. So take ownership, lead yourself, and, get those results. Ask yourself, what system did I fail to provide? If your business is not doing well. Again, don't wait for us all the time. Create some of these systems. We got here by creating systems. Okay? Create correct systems, and not just correct people. Okay, so that is what I was talking about earlier in terms of accountability. Assuming you've noticed that your team is unproductive at home, what do you do? What do you do? Your team is unproductive at home. You create an office environment, a hub, gather them together so that you can have accountability together. You notice that these guys are not doing the right numbers. What do? Have a meeting every day, accountability meeting every single day before you guys sleep. Those are the systems we are talking about. So create correct systems and use those systems to align your team to what you want. Accountability is what creates leaders. If you're going to be a victim, It kills you. They say that the victim mindset dilutes the human potential. By not accepting personal responsibility for our circumstances, we greatly reduce our power to change them. So take charge. Don't be a victim. Don't be the one who will tell us, oh, it's my upline, oh, it's my team, oh, it's the economy. No. Take charge. Number 4, humility and coachability. Attend trainings at all levels. Humility. Many of you, especially the leaders, many of you, the rain started beating you when you knew everything. When you knew everything, the rain started beating. Did you know that even outside there, and many of you who are working will agree with me, did you know that for a doctor to remain a doctor, okay, someone is asking me to go back. Is it there? Take a screenshot. Do you know that for a doctor to remain a practicing doctor, they are expected to, I don't know how they call it, but there are certain points that their body, that body that regulates them, requires them to learn and hit certain points, like they are needed to develop, okay? For an engineer to remain an engineer, for you to remain registered by the Engineers Board of Kenya, the Engineers Board of Kenya expects you to be learning on your own, you know, and they award you certain points. Every year you must meet certain points, okay? I hope we are good. So when leaders stop attending trainings, when leaders stop being part of crucial trainings, you start losing the points. You start being, you know, I mean, you start missing updates on the industry. You stop knowing who is who, you know, what is working where. So we must be present, you know, we must be there. In fact, what got you there is what will get you there. And it takes a lot of humility, you know, to remain a student all your life. Again, apply feedback. If something you've learned, you know, give feedback to the, yeah, there it is, Joseph Okumu. CPD points, that is what I was looking for. CPD points. All professionals, professional bodies, they require you to have those points every year. So if you're already a good doctor, they don't rely on your good doctorship. They still want to see that in 2026, what new did you learn? Okay? So stay a student, be teachable at every rank. You become a global ambassador, there is something to learn. You know? You become a Millionaire Circle member, there is something to learn. Honor mentorship. The people that got you where you are, honor them. Honor them. Okay? Because the moment you start dishonoring them, that is the moment now I mean, God start taking away that, how do I call it? Is it the grace? Okay? The grace that you had. Honor mentorship. I've never seen anyone who is wildly successful who has everything to himself. The other day, there's this guy called Aliko Dangote. You know, the video was trending of how humble Aliko Dangote is, the richest black man in the entire planet. The way he introduced himself, even the people are very impressed, you know. They expected him to say, I'm Aliko Dangote, the richest black man in the entire planet. But he just, you know, gave a very simple, you know, simple introduction. Honor leadership as well. The people that are above you, you must work closely with them. You cannot work in a vacuum. Okay? Be respectful. As I said earlier, respect, there is age, there is authority, there is also, I mean, there are several, you know, aspects of it. So have respect for every, you know, cadre in the society. Then avoid pride. Pride, especially when guys, now you are doing well, you know, now you are among the top, now you are driving a beautiful machine, you know, now things are working for you. Avoid pride, because pride is the silent killer of network marketers. And pride, I think, comes from the words. That's why the tongue is very important. Don't Don't speak recklessly. Don't just speak anyhow. Measure your words. Speak when necessary, when required. Know when to speak. Just have some wisdom. Because this will really, really impact your success to a big way. Okay? As Proverbs 11:2 says, when pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with humility comes wisdom. Yeah, for you to go higher and higher, humility. Some of us have done very well, but the reason that we can still do even much better is because of humility. At the end of the day, we are all, okay? You see, humility and human, they share some first few letters. At the end of the day, if you cut my veins, it is still coming, red blood. So we must know that we are still humans. We must know that we are still part of the society. We must know that, we must relate well with our people, we must be respectful. We must just work with people in the right manner. And I know God will keep on uplifting and uplifting you. Who are these people? Who can guess who they are? These people on the screen are the highest paid network marketers. In short, there are people who make more than 130 million Kenya shillings per year. These guys. This picture. There's none of them in this picture who makes less than that. But every year, these people travel far and wide looking for information, trying to remain students, trying to learn. They are still humble. And that is why God keeps on blessing them. Yet some of you just made, 2 million total earning and cannot listen. You are the same level with my mentor, Ambassador Kulen Minor. What can he tell you? He's a millionaire circle, you're a millionaire circle. Humility. You see, there was that guy called Sandro Cazzato. The guy literally makes $1 million a month. Kumanisha, in 1 year, the guy makes more than 1 billion. I don't know if you are listening. The guy makes more than 1 billion a year in network marketing. But I looked at the guy, and in the entire room, I thought he's the most humble there. And it explains why the guy keeps on rising, I want us to pay for learning, let's pay for seminars, pay for courses, buy books, keep on learning, get better. That is what is going to get you to the top. Then when it comes to work ethic, discipline, and self-control, I want you to note the following. Manage your money wisely. It's part of character. There are people who get a little, they eat it all. I mean all. Like they eat until there's nothing left. So when it comes the time for rent, fine, let me mobilize. Mobilize where? And you just made money the other day. It is time for PMA. They are running here and there. Upline, I'm only left with 2,000. Support me a little. Those are the messages. I'll open them up there, read, and I won't answer until 31st. Because it shows you are not serious, Manage your money wisely. I know many of us here, you really want to expand, but when it comes to fare to go to Embu, the fare is not there. You want to pay for the hall. I mean, people are paying for the hall. When it comes to payment, that is where now you draw the line. The moment Kevin Onyango asks 1,000 from each person so that we pay for the hall, that is where you leave the group. That is where you say, my sister is having Parents' Day. I'm attending Parents' Day on behalf of my family. A lot of excuses. Instead of telling people that, my friends, Mimi, I don't have money. Money is the problem. Guys, make money and use it wisely. And I'm going to give you the hierarchy. For me, this is the hierarchy that I like to follow for business. Reinvest before lifestyle, okay? Reinvest before lifestyle, because what eats all your money is lifestyle. You know, you want to move to a better house. I'm not saying it's bad to move to a better house. It is good. But when you move to a better house at the expense of your business, which actually raised the money in the first place, are you not having a character problem? You have. So first of all, you feed the hand that, you know, provides all these things fast. Reinvest in your business fast. Before you go into any other thing, your business first. Whatever is left now, even if you know, distribute in the streets, as a politician, we don't really care. But first, make sure that your business is running. And this is my hierarchy. 1, every month, invest in accounts, add accounts. And I've had people say, oh, you know, those accounts have to be built. Who said they will not be built? Put them and build them. We don't say you put accounts and just, you know, take screenshots of 0000 up to 31. No. We need to see screenshots with money. The accounts needs to be loaded. In fact, it should be like your screensaver, you know. You look at it, you feel happy. I'm not coffee or energy. I'm saying for PMA. In business, add at least 1 account every month. Do triple PMA. How much is that? 42,000 for account, 18,000 for PMA, 60,000. Pay for your office rent. Let's assume it is 5,000. That is 65,000. Expansion, 20,000, 85,000 in total. Buy a book, probably 1 or 2, you know, 2 books, 1,000 shillings, that's 86,000. Save some money, maybe 20K every month, you know. We are talking about 100,000. Work on your health, you know, grooming, pigwa massage, facial, look good. All these things, probably another 20,000. We are talking about almost 130,000. Imagine if you have a non-negotiable standard that you have to make at least 130,000 a month. Before you do anything, before you go eating, before you go playing, how is it called? These things in Two Rivers. Before you go playing those things, first of all, make sure all these things are well, you know, secured. Secure your future first. You know, in this generation, we love enjoyment more. We love enjoyment more than, you know, planning. But we have to operate like, you know, true people of power. An emperor would plan, you know, 1,000 years to come. 10 generations, they have already planned for them. They know what those people are going to eat. 100 years. Probably some 10, 20, 30 years, you know. So let's also plan. Let's plan ahead, you know. And the best way to plan is reinvest in your business. It will never crumble. Control emotions online. I know there's a lot of pressure. You want to be like so and so. You want to look like so and so, you know. You want to live where so and so lives. No, avoid such. In fact, don't get trapped in a lot of pressure. Pressure will kill you guys. I see a lot of people having, they're calling it mental issues. Unnecessary pressure. Live your life, do what is necessary, and let us move on. You will arrive at your own time. Everyone arrives at their. In fact, some of you will arrive faster than these people giving you pressure. Avoid. Looking successful is easy, but becoming successful requires a lot of discipline. And the discipline is up there. Look at those things again. Discipline. When you see someone is doing well, there is a lot of discipline that went into that work. Again, respect your time. manage your time well, work hard, become very proactive, be very energetic, come with a lot of passion, be energetic, and these are the things that bring, the big results. So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches? Those of you who are claiming they'll enjoy in heaven, there is no heaven for you. If you don't succeed on earth, there is no heaven for you. That is what this verse is saying. That you are waiting to go, live well in heaven. There is no heaven for you. First, you must conquer the earth. You must be trustworthy here so that the Father above can know you are trustworthy. And I love this gentleman for one reason. He's called Dr. Elijah Mba. According to the upline of Dr. Elijah Mba, that is Ambassador Michael Okoli says that Dr. Elijah Mba works so hard that there is no chance, like there is no room that this guy can fail. That room is not there at all. It is not possible. And I think it is because of his background. And I want to challenge you guys. I know here we have doctors, we have nurses, we have people of all walks of lives, engineers, teachers. I personally, when I used to work in the bank, arrival time was, if you arrive past 7, you'll get in with the clients. You cannot leave before 7:30. How many hours are those? At least 12 hours a day. Salary was 30,000, after tax 25K. Okay? 30,000 after tax 25,000. But you can imagine you are doing it 12 hours a day. Some days you forgo lunch just because you want to hit the targets. There was a target of 200 transactions a day. Those of you who work in hospitals, we work overtime at night, Sometimes they call you. This guy himself was working as a surgeon in 3 hospitals. His work ethic was so high. And he says, when he joined network marketing, he said, because this is now my business, I will work as hard as possible. And Dr. Elijah Mba, in 1 year, listen to me guys, he joined in 2018. In 2019, this gentleman was ranked as the top number 3. In Nigeria, this is not any other country. Nigeria, they are very strong networkers. In 1 year and a half, he was already there. Today, I know he's really doing well. Another thing I'll share with you is from Vuzi Thembekwayo. I hope you know this guy. Look at that itinerary. Look at that itinerary. The question is, for the last 3 months, where have you gone? Where have you gone the last 3 months? We are talking about work ethic. Where have you gone to do your business? If not Utawala and Caxton. Utawala, Caxton. Guys, it is very, sometimes there are people that I look at them, and we are saying this with Mr. Nyamai. We were saying that in Nairobi, there are some people that God really loves them. Eh? How can God give you so much money while doing nothing? You've literally done nothing, to make the money, but God gave you money, God blessed you. Go to Eldoret, look at the work ethic of those guys there, Hosea Limo, Frida, and the Diadems. Look at the work ethic those guys are putting in. I want you to look at the team going to Embu. There's a team going to Athi River. Look at them. There's the team of Alpha Unicorns and the Superiors in Mombasa. Look at these guys. That is where the money lies. That is what we call work ethic. Look at the team operating in Mwea. Look at the team operating in Kericho, Nyeri. I think the team of Josephine still goes to Nyeri and Mwea. and Limuru, Kericho, I've seen Victor Langat, I've seen Dr. Lagat as well, plus many other leaders in Eldoret, the likes of Douglas and so on and so forth. The question is what are you doing? These guys are making money, but some of you are literally, just by the grace of God. Probably it is what your ancestors did. That is why God is remembering you. The day your ancestors will also tell God to forget you, you'll see wonders. Let's put in the work ethic. Look at Vuzi. I think every week is outside the country. These are different countries. I can see Kuala Lumpur, I can see Trinidad and Tobago, UK. I can see Abuja, I can see Bloemfontein. I think that is South Africa. These are different countries. The guy is traveling, expanding, speaking, doing his business. Do you have a calendar? That is the question. We are in a game plan, yet you are in your town only. You are not even planning to go anywhere. Your work ethic is very weak. Work on your character. Service mindset, as I come to the end, we need to help our downlines earn fast. Help our downlines win before we win. Develop leaders, not dependents. We need to lift others before ourselves. We need to serve before we rise. We need to serve communities. We need to be energetic and passionate. And the Bible also says here that even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. There's a guy called Simon Peter, one of the disciples of Jesus, a very cunning man. So he asked Jesus, Master, if you look at all of us, the disciples, who do you think is the greatest? Who do you think is the greatest? So the guy thought maybe Jesus would say, Simon Peter, you are the greatest here. You are the most influential here. You are the most respected here. So Jesus gives him a very funny answer. He told him that the least amongst you will be the greatest in my Father's kingdom, which means the one who serves the most, he'll be the greatest. And when it comes to service, I think it is where duplication starts from. The uplines who are not serving, your downlines will not serve because you have not given them the authority. You have not. If they don't see you serve, why should they surpass you? In ordinary cases, they won't, unless they are very, very ambitious. So you must serve. I'm seeing over 500 people in the room. What have you done for Bonan Vivon project? You keep on asking, upline, the OPP, they are no longer there. Upline this, upline. The real question is what are you doing for us? What are you doing for the team? What have you volunteered to do before? Even attending events, some of you don't attend, Even inviting to those events, some of you don't even invite. You cannot rise. Your character is too weak. You cannot lead a big team. You'll be complaining, my team is not duplicating. Are you serving? Because for it to duplicate first, you must serve. And the best example I could give you guys is this gentleman, a Hall of Famer from Uganda, Duncan Atukwa, a Ruby Global Ambassador. And many of us would say, this guy was lucky, this guy positioned himself, this guy had, previous background in network marketing. Those could be true. But if not for the service this guy has delivered, he would not be where he is today. This is the gentleman that out of 30 days in a month, he only spent 7 days in his house. The remaining 21 days plus is outside of the country, either in DRC, Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Malawi, Tanzania, Kenya. He's somewhere doing something. Okay? He's serving his downlines. And I've seen him when he recruits someone. The other day he recruited someone, and the office was just next to my office in 680 Hotel. Okay. So I saw how he used to come and he parks his car next to mine. He climbs up, and I can see people are coming. You know, he's supporting the new leg, supporting the new leg, supporting the new leg until it picks. Every single event that his team is doing everywhere across the world, the guy is there. He's serving. He's there serving. Some of you, even your downlines, you are not there for them. You are not even supporting. You are not even helping, you know. You need to be involved. Everyone needs to be giving you feedback, and whatever you can do, be there. He's always on the road, on the flights, you know, doing this and doing that. Last but not least, you need to have emotional maturity. One of the reasons a lot of people have quit is because of how poorly many of us relate. Okay, the guy, you have not delivered this package. So they ask you, upline, where is my package? Ni kama sasa wamekosea kabisa. Like they should have not asked. It is already 2 weeks they have asked you, upline, where is the package? Instead of just saying, I forgot to send, but let me send it this evening. This evening, the package will reach you. The guy starts saying, oh, you are always asking, very disrespectful questions. You don't respect me. A lot of, instead of responding nicely, the guy is already overreacting. Yet the downline was asking for the package. A very good question. I meet many of these cases. I meet them many times. I ask, send me the chat. Let me see the screenshot. The question was asked, a very simple question, and the answer would have solved everything. Some of you don't even know how to say, I'm very sorry. I forgot. I'm very, very sorry. I have been very busy. But I think I'm getting some time tomorrow afternoon. I must send it. And we talked about honesty. Once you do that, you've solved the biggest. But when now you take things out of hand, you have already lost a downline. Maturity. We need to know how to handle human beings. Whenever we have conflict in the team, how do you handle it? Whenever we meet rejection, how do you take it? Some of you are quitting because you've been rejected. So where are you going? They told you those things don't work. They told you it is a scam. So if you quit, will it become legit? Who will have been proven wrong or right? Learn from rejection. Know how to handle rejection. Avoid public conflicts, grow through correction. Some of you, again, if you are corrected, it's the end of everything. It's the end of everything. You don't want to see that upline again. Some of you are not team players. You are not good people. In network marketing, you must be a team player. You must know how to work with others. You must know how to work with humans. In fact, someone once said that a networker is a politician. You must know how to find what we call a compromise. You see, people will say, oh, Ruto, is very corrupt, he's very cunning. He's not. The guy knows how, he's a politician, like he has to compromise. He wants to give you, he gives that one, give this one. And he has to please all these guys. It's the same thing with network marketing. Okay, this downline has a complaint, that one, that. You have to listen to all of them. You have to, make everyone happy. You have to make sure all of them come to the team building. We must have all of them in the event. We want all of them to speak. But now when you cannot work with your team, you cannot grow the organization. So play politics as well. Huh? Not bad politics, but the good one. You must also be empathetic. You must be sociable. When you meet people, smile, bana. There's someone that I don't want to say the name, but Whenever I meet this guy, the face is very hard until even me, I fear talking to him, bana, and he's my downline. Can you imagine? You greet him and the face is so hard. How are you? Saying I'm good. You say, even if I had good news, this one, let me just keep my good news. Be sociable, smile. Smile will solve a lot of things. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. So you don't have to be right, guys. This is the point. When it comes to emotional maturity and handling human beings, you don't have to be right. You just have to know how to handle every situation. You must find the right balance. You must find a compromise. And that is the word. You must find a compromise, so that you make things, you're handling human beings. You have to make them happy. And people will work with you when they're happy, when they like you, when they trust you. So you have to make sure that you work on these things. So network marketing is a growth business. Grow. If you're not good at these things, you have to learn. You have to learn. For me, I think I learned this when I was in leadership in high school. We had all sorts of people, the ones who use bang, the ones who jump the fence, the ones who fight the teachers, the ones who are big. They have eaten well, they have beards. You don't have beards, but, you are the one in authority, so you have to bring all these guys together and work with them. So you must learn that. If you don't know how to do it, you must learn how to do it here. Because you have to keep the team. When people transcend their differences and work together to achieve a common goal, greatness is possible. Now, when character is missing, a lot of you will cry about the business. You'll tell us, hey, upline, my business has a problem. This business has never had a problem, let me tell you. It is usually people who have had problems. Take down that point if you're listening. Okay, someone is saying, I go back. Take a screenshot. This business has never had problems. It is people who have had problems. Take note of that point. When you see people quitting your team, high attrition, it is not the business. You need to check, where did you go wrong as an upline? There is team division. You need to find out, where did you go wrong as the leaders of that team? There is burnout. Which character problems? Reputation damage. Which character problems? Okay? Public shame. Which character problems? Your business is collapsing. Which character problems are you having? And I meet people every day with these issues, and deep down we know it is the character, not even the business. It is the character. Even them, they know. If he ate someone's money, they know. If he's not delivering products, they know. If he's arrogant to the team, they know. If he became too proud, he's no longer listening to their previous mentor who actually helped them get there. They know. They know, but sometimes because of ego, we don't do it. We don't do the right thing. So I want you to remember, guys, of everything that is important in network marketing, character supersedes everything. A man of good character will build a huge, big business. And as a leader, you must know that people don't quit companies. They quit on leaders they don't trust. So build trust, build leaders, build legacy. Legacy will outlive income. Legacy will outlive income. Once you have many leaders, once your legacy keeps on duplicating, income will be a gone thing. You'll have it forever. And they say, blessed are those who fear the Lord, who find great delight in his commands. Wealth and riches are in their houses, and their righteousness endures forever. Those who fear the Lord, what does that mean? They have a good character. God is all about character. Those who fear the Lord, those who have good character, those who follow the commands. Wealth and riches are in their houses, and their righteousness endures forever. I've shown you people that you know, even you know, these guys are going to do well for a long time. As I end call to personal examination, the first question, can God trust you? Yes or no? Hata wewe unajua ukweli, you know the truth. Can God trust you based on what you've been doing? The answer is no. Mend your ways. Number 2, can people trust you based on what you've done and what you are doing? If the answer is no, work on yourself. Am I faithful in a little? You have a few downlines. How are you treating them? Before God gives you 1,000, how are you treating 5? Okay. Before you are added, 20 new downlines February, the 3 that you recruited this month, where are they? Was orientation done? Have you started doing their launches? Have you introduced them to other team members? Are they getting bookings? Are they getting codes? Very important questions. Are you faithful in a little? The answer is no. You'll stagnate. So examine yourselves to see whether you are in faith. Test yourselves. Are you trustworthy? Are you consistent? Are you serving? Are you growing? Very important questions. If you fix the person, the business will fix itself automatically. You become trustworthy, you become consistent, you start serving, participate. And I always say this every day when I'm posting the posters, I always tell you, come to Caxton, participate. If you have online meetings, ask your uplines to put you in the timetable, participate. That is how you get favor. Okay? If you are growing, your business will follow. This is how people grow. Finally, skills will build income, character builds empire. So build your character, build people, build legacy. And remember, very important point I'm about to put forward, remember to put God. I think nowadays I always end with this. Remember to put God, remember to put yourself before God. Because even some of you, your character, it's not because you like it. Some of you, you are affected by things you cannot understand. So I'll always tell people, if you are going to do business, pray. Okay? Yeah, someone is saying evil spirits. They are there. They exist. So pray for yourself. Give you a good character, a good heart. Okay? Pray that you are a righteous person, a straightforward. Because I've seen people that you can't even explain. You don't even understand what happened to them. You even called them and you talked and they told you upline, I've changed. From now forward, if you find me, then the guy walks out in the evening, the next case. I would say these guys are bewitched. So pray for yourself, pray for your team. Do whatever you can do. Just do something, Talk to God. Feed the orphans, Go do charity. When we have charity, contribute, Be part of charity, because some of these things clear the way for you. Even people in Illuminati, they're the ones running children homes. What do they know that you don't know? So pray for yourself, pray for your team, so that some of these character issues that are following you, they don't want to leave you. You have said, I won't touch someone's money. Then someone brings the money. They tell you, if you don't take the money, I'm not paying. Then you say, okay, then put it in my bank account. The moment he puts it in your bank account, your mother calls. She's crying. You ask, what is it, ma'am? She explains, and I say, okay, I have some 32,000 for Neovas in my account. Let me send you 17. As soon as you send 17, the prospect calls. Hello, sir, I've gotten the money. I want to finish the payment. Then you start dodging, I traveled out of town. There are many transactions, so we have to register them one by one. Yet you've not even encoded anyone the last 1 month. So you start, being dishonest. You start destroying your moral fabric. When you lie, you also affect yourself. I don't know if you know that. And that is why I think some people refuse government jobs. They'll even be appointed to big position and they say, I don't want, because this one will put me into, they start coming and giving you bribes. The first day they give you 1 million, you don't want. They come with 10. You say, let me think about it. They come with 50. 50, you say, I'm going to take, but only once. This is the first and the last. After 50, it is 80 million in bribes. So that is how integrity chips in. And it is the same with our business. Avoid any character issues, guys. Those are the things that have killed businesses. Those are the things that will kill you. I have warned you today. And I think for us to achieve the big vision that we had, if people have character flaws, it is not going to be possible. But if you can work on some of these things I've mentioned, I can assure you for sure, good people, God have their back. Okay? God is going to watch over you. God is going to connect you to markets. God is going to connect you to people. God is going to give you favors. And favors, people will ask, hey, how? Why is so and so? Why is this guy? Why is it always, this Mr. Gaspar Lekina? It is because, Gaspar, you have the good character. It is because of the deeds that you have done, It is because of how you handle yourself, how you do your things, how you do your business. So the blessings, they follow you everywhere you go. So that is a secret that I've given you guys. Work on it. Give me your feedback in 1 year. Tomorrow we have a big training. I want to see everyone who is in Nairobi here with a guest. It is not late. Even in the morning, right now, at night, you can still invite and have people there. So let's feel it. I know Mr. Kevin Nyama is ready to deliver tomorrow together with Madam Sheila Marita, Mr. Lekina there, Mr. Saitabau Meshak, and Mr. Alvin Owor. Then on Thursday, we'll also repeat the other lineup led by Dr. Ronald Lagat, Kevin Onyango, Mr. Victor Langat, Lordwell Mutulis, and Madam Joy Kendi. Now take note, if you're not on this picture, it does not mean you cannot participate. Just come, dress well, approach Daktari, approach Mr. Nyamai, tell them, sir, I want to participate. It may give you a chance to share your story. It may give you a chance to do something. Just be there. You can even text them right now at night. But participation, serving is one of the ways that you'll get favors from God and from those in authority here below, representing God. Next week on Monday, I'll be doing the mega closing for the month of January. So the people you've trained, let's invite all of them there. The link will be out on that day, or maybe a day before, so that you can share them in ample time. Otherwise, as we end the month, let's give it our best. Let's finish strong. Let's keep up with our game plans, and let's work on Philippine trip for those who are going. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something today. I took much longer, but it is because of the weight of the topic. I'm going to upload this on YouTube so that you can redo and redo and redo and learn from it. And let this be a guide to maybe the downlines that may have issues in terms of character in future in your team. Because truly this really affects a lot in our industry, in our business. There are people that would have done very well. I personally, I always feel a lot of pain. Many of you don't know how much, it pains me to see my downline who was very, very promising. I won't mention the names, but sometimes, for me, I usually call them. Sometimes I call them and, just check on them. But it was beyond I couldn't even understand. I called them, we talked, we agreed, no repeating, until these guys refused. But I knew if this person continued, if this guy had good character, we would be having one of the, Diamond Global Ambassadors in the team. But we cannot control what happens to others. Let's do our part, leave the rest to God. Mine is to wish you all the best. Do have a good night and see you on the other side of success. Thank you so much, Daktari. I don't know if you are there or.
Yes, sir. I'm right
Okay.
here.
Please conclude for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Upline. That was a very, very powerful training that you've done to us today. And I hope everyone, there is a lesson you've learned from today's meeting. And if you've learned something today from the notes you've heard, you need to share it with your team. Okay, everybody here is a representative of the team that you come from. So I'm going to give it to Madam Lucy Mutai, our leader all there from Kericho, to wrap the meeting up and maybe to echo whatever Upline has said as she finished the meeting up. Thank you so much. And Madam Lucy, karibu sana.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the meeting. Thank you, Mr. President, for the most important topics you've handled today. You have really inspired us. As a person, I've learned a lot. And there's a point I felt like you were talking to me directly about something on consistency, reviewing yourself as a leader, managing your money, all those. You are really saying about the naked truths that you have witnessed amongst ourselves, us as your downlines. I'm really learning a lot, and some of the take-home messages I have seen and I have heard that has hit me so hard as a person is the personal development issues and the responsibility as a leader. How I focus on my business and creating new time because I'm a nurse. I'm working part-time. So it has made me realize the magic of part-time and how I should improve my character issues on consistency and responsibility without excuses. It was so amazing. Thank you so much for that. And I hope we've taken that a message because you were also, until you went ahead and proved it with a verse in the Bible. So I think you've done your part as a leader, you've done your part as our president. It's only upon us as leaders that we need to echo and say everything and put it in practice because wise men, they say only few words are enough for wise men. So you've said a lot. God bless you, and we pray the same God that is going to give you and uplift you so that you continue uplifting us. Thank you so much. I can't mention everything you say to us. You've done a lot. So thank you so much. I'm going to pray and we will go and end the meeting. So let's pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, thank you, Lord, for this evening. Thank you for everything that we've learned. Thank you for the wonderful meeting that we've had. We want to commit ourselves and our leaders, oh Lord, that in our business, as even as we are going to begin the year, oh Lord, that you may be with us and guide us. Guide our business, guide our leaders. As you've said in the words of the Bible, Lord, as you have addressed us, that we need to work hard and be responsible leaders. Give us that strength and wisdom from heaven. that we may be given a good leaders, we may be good leaders, and maybe emulate our leaders that are training us each and every time. Bless their sacrifices, oh Lord, because they are sacrificing beyond their level just to see us succeed. We bless them, Lord, and we bless them, each and every one of them. We bless each and every one of us as you're going to lead our businesses and our teams. As you're going to sleep tonight, oh Lord, we pray for your wonderful angels from